Greetings, beings. Jacob Martinez, Crystal Haiku Guy, artoflove.me, here with your July readings. And happy birthday to all Cancerians. It is your season, and I hope this year kicks ass. So, first things first, this channel is M for mature audiences only. So make sure you're only watching this if you're considered a legal adult wherever you are right now. I just say what I think the messages are, and there are usually some strong words involved, so if you're someone that gets offended, sorry. Please also check your sun, your moon, and your rising. These are all free readings that I'm doing. They're general readings, and so I always find when I'm checking for myself, if I look at the sun, the moon, and the rising at other readers' pages, I usually get the best insight into my life. And it's just important to remember that we are all constituted of different things, and so there are different times that certain energy pulls might affect us differently than one another. And since it is a general reading, it's just probably going to make more sense if you get a more complete picture that would be relevant to your life situation. And that's going to be the way to do it if you're going with free readings. I always recommend getting a personal reading if you have the means to do it. I don't have time to actually take on any personals right now, so I'm just not time inventoried due to my own personal healing schedule for myself and others. I do shamanic work and also some personal projects, but there are so many good readers here on YouTube. I bet you can find several that you'll just jive with great. And if you were just looking for like personal recommendation, I'd be willing to do that too. My email address is below if you want to ask. I've actually read with several readers here, and I'd read with a lot more if I had more time, put it that way. So you could also hit me up if you have a prayer request, because I'm a guy that likes to pray for people. So don't feel like you're alone. If you're going through anything, hit me up and I'll pray for you and all that. So I love to do that, and I always make time for that. Another thing too, I'm probably not going to gender everything right for most of y'all. This is a general reading, and so nailing down a gender, it would be pretty silly to say that anybody could do that with accuracy. Plus, it can be such a flexible thing too that in a general reading, it's just not going to happen. And so it's just important to apply what makes sense to you in your life the way that it does, and you're going to get a feeling inside, oh yeah, that was for me. And switch the he, the she, the they, whatever it is that makes sense for you, so that it can apply to your life and situation if it is a message for you. What else? Yeah, well, since it's Cancer season, and happy birthday to all you Cancerians, we're actually going to start with the water element. I do 4 videos, one for each of the elements. And within each of those recordings, you'll see 3 timestamps, which are below here, one for each of the corresponding signs. So please feel free to jump ahead or toggle back and forth, however it makes sense to you. You don't have to, watch, the whole video straight through by any means. I basically just do them this way because I've been seeing that a lot of people do like to see the shuffle, whether or not that's time effective for everybody. I don't make that assumption. So what I just decided I was gonna do to demystify the process, even if it is a little lengthy and boring for some, is just attempt to get it in the video. And so that's what I've been doing. But that doesn't mean you need to watch it. And God bless you if you do. But yeah, so I'm going to attempt to put him here. And actually, to be honest with you, the last readings, I thought the shuffle, might have been like watching paint dry, but there were some cool messages that came up, and We actually did like chakra clearing for some of the signs just because it came up that it was relevant to do at that time. And so, stuff like that might happen in the shuffle, but, by all means, feel free to jump ahead or skip it all together. So that's what I got for you. If you like it, please thumbs up, share, subscribe. And if you actually do want to work with me, I think it's looking like maybe sometime in August I might be able to open up my schedule a little bit. It's just I have some time-intensive things that I'm doing right now, and I'm a person that won't bite off more than he can chew, and I don't like to overcommit and just either put myself at jeopardy of not taking proper care of myself or, having somebody else shoulder that burden. I'm not that guy. So, right now, this is where I am, and it's my pleasure and my joy to bring these messages to you. It's my honor to serve. So hopefully you enjoy them, and if you do want to work with me personally, that's about what the timetables are looking like at this juncture. And to stay abreast of that, just hit subscribe here, and also go to www.artoflove.me. That's my website. You can subscribe there and get on my newsletter list. I don't send them out very often, but whenever I do open up my schedule, I usually will send out a message and just let people know and send a link so they know how to get in there. So that's what I got, and I hope the readings are great for you. You are in my prayers, and we'll see you on the inside of the videos. Hey, air signs, how you doing? Saved you for last, but certainly not least. And I've already shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle again because I know some of y'all like it. And if you don't want to watch it, feel free to jump ahead. Click on show more in the description box below. There will be 3 timestamps. We're going to go Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So they're all timestamped below by the time these are uploaded. So feel free to jump ahead. You don't have to watch this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I don't think I made the announcement in the intro, so I'll just tell you real quick. I'm using 5 cards. We're going to do archetypal energy with Carolyn Miss's archetype cards. Physical material realm with the Rider Waite Smith deck. Mental realm with John Holland's Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. And the personal / romantic sector with Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels Oracle deck. And then we'll seal it all up with a prayer from Archangel Michael. Alright, back to shuffle. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I think I might have said Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm just hearing Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Just a clarification. I should just mention it. I just got really red all over. I was feeling it, and then I looked in my computer, and my face looks red, and I'm like perspiring. So I don't know what happened, but I'm just like getting really hot flashed right now while I'm tuning into this. I don't know if I'm feeling somebody. I don't think that's me. It's pretty cool in here, and I'm not wearing much. I'll feel into that some more. Recognition and reward. This is the Three of Pentacles in the traditional deck, like Rider-Waite-Smith, and this is actually the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Recognition and reward. So it just flew out. Okay, so I just heard something when I put the mic down, and it's about that recognition reward card. They said that some of the heat is because there's been some pressure. I don't know who this is for, but that they have been watching, and they do appreciate you, and you're about to find out. Yeah. I'm not hot anymore, though, so I'll finish shuffling. Okay, so that weirded me out because I don't even know how that one flew out. It wasn't one of the end cards that my hands were on. It like literally like flew out in a different way, and ordinarily the Nine of Wands and the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but this is John Holland still, Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, 9 Spiritual Strength. So I guess they're saying this is a continuation of the other 3, which this is 3 to the power of 3, or 3. What is that cubed? 3 by 3? No, it's not, but it's 3 3s. Why am I being shown it like that? I'm seeing 3 3 3 like this. It's 3 like that, and that was the 3 of Pentacles that came out before. Anyway, they just said hang in there. It's related. It's just time to keep being strong. They said you have some recognition coming, so whoever that's for. Okay. So here are the 3 3s, I guess. For some reason, Harmony just flipped itself over. That's the Lovers, ordinarily, and then it was on top of Heartache and Loss, which is normally the 3 of Swords, and it literally just jumped out and flipped itself over. So 3 3 3, and then we had a 3 before, and we had the 9 Spiritual Strength. So alright, there's some kind of 3 mojo going on, and they're saying be strong, that whatever this was ripped your heart out. It's going to be okay because it set you up for... Now I can't find the card that just flipped itself over. Anyway, it set you up for that. Somebody is in love with you, or vice versa, or hopefully both, right? Okay, we're going to keep going. that was like a major klutz move, so I'm not reading those. That was just me dropping a pile. Keep going. Last deck. Okay. Alright, air signs. Everything has been shuffled and dealt. We're backs up right now. I burned a lot of sage and it's all gone. So somebody's burning up out there, and I don't think it's just me. I am an energetic proxy is what I call it. I do energetic proxy work with people and for people, and I burn a lot of chi because of the way I do my qigong and how I've been attuned, and that burned really fast. So yeah, I'm just like, I was feeling a lot of like radical changing energy with my air signs. There's only two anyway, like major life cycle stuff, like complete change. You know, like the top cycle of the Wheel of Fortune kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna recommend you go get yourself some sage, get something to smudge your stuff. Especially if you're embarking on anything new. Clean your house. If you didn't do your spring cleaning, call up Molly Maids if you need to. Clean the place up. Get some sage and just like sage everything. You know, and just like maybe open up a window and just in your mind, and you can even say it, you know, just release anything that no longer serves you to its next highest place and its evolution, okay? Because that burned really quick, so I don't think that always means something bad. Sometimes when my sage burns fast, it's like, you know, when I'm doing exorcisms and stuff, and, you know, there's like entities there. But I'm not feeling like it was that. I think it's just like things are changing, and you feel it, and there's like, you know, cleanup. It's cleanup time because something's about to change, okay? And you know, whether it's professional, it's like something to do with your job, and, you know, major career change, life path change of some kind. It's just good to keep some sage around, you know, even if you're not into the hippy dippy wiggy weird. You know, sage has been used forever in so many different ways and places, and just because it works, you know, and it clears things up. And so, you know, look it up if you want. You can grow it yourself if you like. I just get like this kind of stuff, and you can dehydrate it or buy it in bundles. And when I do readings like this, I kind of take them apart one by one, or in little branches like that, and I light them, and I pay attention to what's happening with them when I'm reading. And especially when I start burning up like a freaking inferno, which is what was happening. And when I process a lot of chi like that, and the sage is also burning, you know, it's a good indication that I, as an energetic proxy, am also feeling and experiencing whatever this is that's being transmuted. And so, you know, I just recommend some sage and some grounding. I've been called to wear yellow the past couple of days for some of my client work. I've been doing a lot of solar plexus work, and the truth is that some of these clients do have some very strong air element too, now that I'm thinking about it. So, I don't know, maybe this is a good color for you to focus on here. Air signs, it might be good. This is always a good place to be because, like, the yellow chakra, this one that's right here, right, this part here, your solar plexus, that's like how you experience yourself in the world. That's your ego. And people talk a lot of shit about ego sometimes, and I think, you know, anybody can try to dumb down subjects. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can be applied to your life in those limited ways, the soundbite versions that we've been told. The ego is actually a wonderful, amazing thing. And I'm here to tell you that every part of you, every part, has a place and deserves to be there, or it wouldn't be there. And that color right there vibrates at a frequency, and you can look this stuff up if you want. Everything vibrates at a frequency. There's a frequency to everything. That's the energy that the universe and you and these cards, the sage, those Tweety birds and sounds that you hear playing that I tune everything with, they all have a frequency. This color yellow helps to balance this chakra. So, especially if you're making some changes, you know, anything radical, because you're radical. I think it'll just be a good color for you to focus on. You know, sound therapy, I always recommend it. You probably get tired of hearing me say it, but it works really well. I'm doing it all the time. Color therapy, all these things would be good. And, you know, looking into perhaps solar plexus. I'm just being told solar plexus. So, yeah, solar plexus. Anything that's gold, like the color of my shirt here, yellow, focusing on this area. Your ego isn't a bad thing. It's there to help protect you and help you express yourself as the true individual, unique soul that you are. And, yeah, I mean, without a healthy ego, you wouldn't know when to stop and eat to save your own life. You wouldn't know to drink something if you were thirsty. You wouldn't know how to drive right so that you stayed in the lane, you know. All those things are, you know, that's your ego. It's not always just like, you know, the exacerbated stuff we hear about when people are acting out and, oh, egomania or whatever. No, it's not always that. Sometimes it's like the reverse of that. You know, the part that doesn't feel adequate, or like parts of you need to be hidden or shamed. So everything about you that makes you unique and special and exactly who you are has a place, and it deserves to be loved and respected. So I'm going to leave you with that, air signs. Get some sage if you want. If you want a personal prayer, hit me up. My information's below. I'm going to light up a little more sage here, and then we're going to go Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I think that'll do it for now. We're going to go ahead and get started with you, Aquarius. How you doing, Aquarius? It's July. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I can't believe how this year is flying by. I'm going to flip your cards. All right, Aquarius. Feeling a lot of energy here. A lot of heat. And, oh, that's interesting. One of your cards, actually, I'm remembering, it was a different deck than is showing up here, but one of your cards flew out when I was shuffling fire signs. Yeah. It was the Ace of Wands, and actually, I'm just gonna jump ahead here. This is at the center of your reading right now. This is what's on your mind, Aquarius. Passion Ignited, number 1, John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. This is normally your Ace of Wands. It's like right in the center, and it lit me up. Like right when I just threw the card down, it just, I felt that heat, and this woman's on fire, or whoever that is. Doesn't have to be a woman, he, she, they. We're going to go ahead and jump back to your archetype, though. Archetypal energy for the month of July is the Child Eternal. Child is actually one of those archetypes that we all have, and there's different ones. I think there's like 5 different ones. Spirit gave us Eternal Child for the archetype of the month. Light attributes state determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. So, there's a lot of energy there. A lot of sun energy. They're just like sunflowers. And they're like floating or flying. Trying to catch butterflies. And they said you have a special friend. I think some of y'all got a special friend somewhere. Good for you, Aquarius. I'm going to read for you what the book says. Because, remember these Caroline Myss archetype cards, the light and shadow. These are like, this is like the context energy for the next couple weeks. Well, we'll say July, but really, you know, because I come back in a couple weeks to do the mid-month. You know, this is probably primarily focal point of the first half of the month. And this is like the subtext to everything going on around you and also within you is this eternal child energy. So if you can keep that in mind, it'll help you perhaps have a better lens on what you're experiencing this month. So I'm going to read to you first what the child archetype says, and then we'll get into the specific eternal child, because the child reference is actually good for any of the children cards that come up. There's 2 bullet points here. Variations include the divine, the eternal, which is what you got, boy, girl, magical innocent, nature, abandoned orphan, and wounded, many of which are present to some degree in every psyche. One aspect is usually dominant. So they give us a tip here that says choose carefully because you can have only one child archetype in your support team. So, Child Eternal. Yeah, if you're doing some anti-aging stuff, way to go. That actually is something that I do, to be honest with you. I'm a lot older than I look, or so I've been told. Okay, Child Eternal, boy, girl. It says in 3 bullets. First bullet says determination to remain eternally young in body, mind, and spirit. The second one says shadow puer eternus manifests as an inability to grow up and accept responsibility. Shadow puella eternus shows up in women as dependency on those who take charge of their physical security, a consistent inability to be relied on, and to accept the aging process. And then the tip here says, look for a pattern of resilience and youthful enthusiasm in all things, or perhaps a continuing immaturity. Good to keep in mind this month. It's all about balance, you know? I mean, there's a way to keep your youthful spirit and glow and your vitality and your quality of life and vibrance without, you know, being completely extreme and just like being childish. There's a way to do both. Both can peacefully cohabitate together within you. There's a lot of room in you, Aquarius, to do all of this. And so, just keep it in mind, you know, just because, you know, I mean, a lot of us don't want to age or age badly. One, that doesn't have to be like a negative thing, you know, the aging process. So if that's like on your mind too, you know, if that's something that's like, you know, got you all lit up, look into what you can do to extend your, you know, the quality of your life and your youth and your vitality. And also just look for maybe ways in your world that either you might be acting out childishly or with extreme dependency, especially if it's regarding like, you know, base or material needs. And also pay attention to see if other people are doing that too. You know, maybe you got some dead weight that you've had dragging around on you. And if that's the case, you know, there's this brown color here. It's really nice. This reminds me of Earth Star Chakra, which is like, I guess people don't always talk about these chakras too much. There's a lot more than your 7 chakras, okay? The 7 temporal chakras are actually found on the body, but you have other chakras that extend outside of your, you know, physical meat suit, as I like to call it, because you are actually a spirit, a divine presence of energy that has landed in a suit made out of flesh. Okay, and so that flesh body has, you know, what has been referenced or quantified as 7 different energy centers, but outside of your energy body, and this is where people experience that 6th sense. It's that energy body, the aura, that connects the energetic presence that you are, because you're not your body. That's just the clothing that you wear here in this dimension. There are other parts, and the part that's connected to Gaia, our Mother Earth, through your soul star chakra. It's outside of your body. It's beneath your feet. It's connected to the Divine Mother. And that color brown is like the dirt. And I'm hearing that it will be a really good grounding experience to go and play. You know, and if you're looking for something that's going to bring back that glow and that jovial, youthful feeling, that's actually what's going to help you exude that from a cellular level and build happy cells when you eat and when you do things. And I would encourage you to think about it like that, as a whole, and not as separate things, because that's the kind of stuff that's going to carry your spirit and give you that youth and play. So you don't have to go get messy in the dirt. Maybe that's not for you. You know, but maybe gardening would be great, and that will be a good way to connect to that, and also be participating in earth, and, you know, getting yourself maybe a little dirty. You know, I think brown, connecting with the earth, is going to be really good for you this month, and it's going to be good to stay grounded, because, like, I'm just jumping ahead to that card that's in the center here, to this Passion Ignited card. Man, that's some serious stuff right there. This is not a major arcana. This is an ace, but aces are pretty powerful, in my opinion. And so, like, in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, this is your Ace of Wands. This is some get up and go. This is fire under the ass. That's new beginnings, it's passion, that's creativity. It's sex. You know? It's new beginnings. Did I say that already? And it's a healthy sense of ego, too. Note the yellow here in the solar plexus region. That is her fire. That is all around her. She's consumed. Solar plexus. So that could be a lot of energy. And this should probably be expressed. And I feel like, there's a lot of call here. I mean, the cards, I'll even tell you here. Archangel Michael saying energy healing work. A lot of yellow there too. You can see that. You might want to reach out to somebody that does energetic healing. That's actually what I do. I do shamanic healing work. My schedule is very tight right now, unfortunately, and I am probably not going to be having any room to take on any new clients until maybe August. I make time for this. But I have clients that I work with outside of this, and this is a specialty. There are other people that do this here too. Look into it. Might be good for you. Sound therapy is great. Color therapy. But I feel like something needs to be expressed because somebody's possibly coming back to your world. This in your physical material realm. Rider-Waite-Smith deck. 6 of Cups. This nostalgic card. Blast from the past. Possibly somebody from childhood. Fond memories when it's upright. Some people don't like to talk about other lives and stuff. Totally understand. It's a little weird. It's not for everybody. And it can sound, kind of crazy to some people. But for some of us that are very comfortable with those subjects and the holographic nature of the soul's expression, this can have implications on past lives and other iterations of your soul in different dimensions. Coming back for a do-over or another opportunity to just engage in some kind of way, but sometimes this is your long-lost love coming back. This one's upside down. So, could be missing someone, pining for someone, or perhaps someone that your guides are saying you don't need to be with. And maybe you don't want to be with. And maybe this is upside down because this is just you saying, hell no. And it might be hard if there's an attraction there. Passion's ignited. Don't know. The romance angels are saying release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So, energy healing work per Archangel Michael. A lot of yellow. Earth Star chakra. Piggies in the dirt. Find a way to express it. Play. Connect to nature. I'm going to read to you what Passion Ignited says in the John Holmes Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Again, that's the Ace of Wands in traditional deck. Here we go. Alright, Aquarius. Passion Ignited. The first of the spirit cards signifies that this is the time to let your soul soar. New beginnings, ideas, revelations, and exciting adventures await you in your personal or business life. Creative endeavors, enthusiasm, positive energy, and a renewed spiritual strength are at an all-time high. The powerful force of spirit is flowing through you, and with it comes a new sense of purpose. Be all that you can be. Reach inside and tap into that force. Use it to move forward and set up a strong foundation for the future. Other people may feel your excitement and joy and begin to benefit from the spark of life that's emanating from you. They'll wonder what's your secret, and your energy could even ignite their own spiritual journey. Follow your intuition, but know that this is your time to spread your wings and fly. That's really cool because that's what it looks like you're doing here, right? You got a special buddy and you're flying away. And maybe your ex came back, or is trying to come back, and you're already having a good time. You got something on your mind. Even if it's not romantic, you're glowing. You're tapping into your youthful inner spirit. And the guides are saying, stay on track. Because somebody trying to come back. And maybe the do-over isn't good. Maybe you're going to get a letter too. I'm just noticing her like reading this letter and being like, oh God. Like, no. So, I got a letter like that not too long ago. And I just kind of, I don't think I responded quite as dramatically. But it was like, no thank you. And I think that's what they're recommending that you do. So you're going to know if this is for you or not, but, you know, maybe there's something new on the horizon, because this could be a passionate new beginning here that's on your mind, and maybe you're thinking about something else, or somebody else is trying to come back. This is Cups, so, you know, if this is not a situation happening, this could actually be somebody that you're dealing with that's like, if it's not you, it's perhaps an emotional person that might not be very grounded in how their emotions are flowing, because it is upside down. So if they're right side up and they're holding all that liquid in and now they're upside down, there might be tears involved. I don't know, you know, and it's possible. But yeah, just since it's Cups too, if it is a person, you know, it might be somebody that's got a strong sway energetically of water element. And that would maybe be like somebody that has a sun, a moon, or a rising in one of the water signs like Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Which, when they're upright, you know, I mean, these are intuitive, loving, beautiful, sensitive people. When they come at us like this, it can be a little unstable. It can be clingy, possessive, outbursty, you know, that's not a word, is it? But, you know, like, subject to burst into tears even, or emotional displays. But when it's like this is beautiful. This is like, I miss you. Let's get together. You know, let's rekindle. This way, it's kind of like, ugh. Sometimes. So, this could play out differently for different people, of course. But, since it is a blast from the past card, those two might have good meaning together. Maybe it's just you realizing, I don't want that anymore. Because on your mind, you're thinking about something new. Something that's got you freaking delighted. I mean, I don't know what she's thinking about, but look at that look on her face. It's gotta be pretty good, right? It's pretty good. And her heart is involved. It's at the root of that yellow right there. And usually, like, if you're looking at your chakras here, the green one's here, the yellow one's here. They're flipped here. So whatever she loves has got her on fire. Or him, or they, whoever that is. And it's like, it's protecting them somehow. So maybe you know that. Maybe that's who your special buddy is in this picture. Because you got somebody you're flying high with. And see all that yellow all around too? And all this yellow all around this person? It's like that joy, that thing there that you got going on, that context energy on the high-minded side. It's making you feel good. And there's a lot of yellow in this card too. Upside down or right side up. Look at all them cups. They're gold. They're yellow. And emotions, even if they're coming to you all askew from somebody that's coming at you upside down like this, like, why don't you love me anymore? Or whatever it is, I need more from you. You're going to respond to them a lot better if you're feeling balanced and grounded. And if you have taken the time to balance that healthy sense of self-esteem and ego, especially if it's an ex that you don't want to deal with, you can still be kind of nice and balanced in yourself. You can turn this right side up. Even if somebody comes at you all freaking crazy and like losing it, just, or maybe not crazy, but just really like disorderly, you know, not really grounded or sad, you can turn it around by being the balance that you are. I think you got that. Because on your mind, you're feeling pretty good. You're feeling rejuvenated. So, healing work, right? Let's read Release Your Ex, and then we're going to wrap this one up with a prayer. Okay. Alright, Aquarius. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. You drew this card because your love life will improve once you emotionally and energetically release your ex-lover. The benefits of doing so include increased happiness, feelings of freedom, and the ability to attract a new lover who would otherwise sense the presence of your ex in your aura. The moment you make the decision to let go of the past, it is done. Sometimes this is akin to peeling layers from the onion, so continue releasing your ex. Whenever old, familiar feelings arise, or you find yourself attracting people reminiscent of them, as the painting on this card depicts, you may want to ceremonially burn a letter to release the old relationship energy and symbolically let go of old feelings, or you can call upon the romance angels to clear lingering attachments to your ex. True. And you can also reach out to energy healers that can help you eliminate that and give you tools or suggestions about how to clear it off of you. And I'm actually going to be making a series soon, not to just like shamelessly plug, but you know I'm doing this for free too. This is my love art. I do this because I care. I'm actually going to be putting up a series soon and talking to some of my friends that I do healing work with, teaching people how to really like eliminate some of those things and do ongoing energetic hygiene and stay grounded and protected in the world. That's what we do. And so there are others that can help with that too, and I highly recommend energetic healing work. All right, here we go, Aquarius. I'm going to pray for us. Thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me, for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. Amen. All right, Aquarius, that's what we got. I think it's going to be a really cool month. I hope you're enjoying the heck out of your summer. And if you want somebody to pray for you, I'm in it with you. Hit me up. My information's below. If I don't hear from you, check me back in a couple weeks, because I'll be back with the mid-monthlies. So take care. Alright, we're going to go ahead and jump into Libra. Libra, I gotta burn some sage for you, because all the sage is burned. How you doing? I hope you're doing great. Alright, now that that's going, I'm going to flip your cards. Alright, Libra, you are on a mission. I remember a couple weeks ago, or just the mid-monthlies, you were all up in your head, and now I feel like you're on. You're on. Feels like some action and things are going on here. It looks like it's going to be a great month. So overall archetypal energy that Spirit has showed for you is the Seeker. Cool. Light attributes stayed thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Shadow attributes, inability to commit to a path once found. Interesting. This really reminds me of like the Eight of Cups that you see in like the Rider-Waite deck, you know, and it's like a person. It could be anybody. You know, we see them kind of with their back, side-ish back profile, and they're like walking away from something emotional off to something new. And that's kind of what this looks like to me. And that's what it's feeling like. And wherever you're going, it's got you stirred up. Because it looks like a really grounded situation you might have been leaving here, or whoever this is, this person. I'm going to go ahead and see what the book says for you. Alright, Libra. They've given us a few like buzzwords here to keep in mind for Seeker. Wanderer, vagabond, nomad. And we have 2 bullet points. May begin search with earthly curiosity, but has at its core the pursuit of wisdom and truth wherever they're to be found. And the second one says, the shadow seeker is the lost soul on an aimless journey without direction. And then it says in parenthetical quotations, nomad or vagabond. Disconnected from goals, emerges when the seeker becomes infatuated with the trappings of a practice or guru, but never actually changes underlying egocentricity. So the tip that they've given us here says, look for a lifetime pattern of constantly moving from one potential source of wisdom or truth to another. Great to keep in mind. I think that's something that you naturally want to do anyway. Libra is all about balance and finding balance, and honestly, I'm not too worried about you. I think you're on a journey for something new and you're trying to avoid a bad situation, perhaps. I think you learned a lot because even in the center of your reading here, using the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, you got a major arcana here. This 11, balance, is actually the Justice card in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Totally different take on it here. This card here reminds me more of the Temperance card. You know, the one with the really big angel on it that's like balancing or merging cups. He's like pouring cups together. Or she. Here, we've got a big angel and they're not balancing cups, but they're balancing something. It kind of reminds me of that Temperance card, but it's actually the Justice card. Also a major arcana here. Major life event. So it's interesting. The symbol actually looks really similar to what Aquarius just got. I don't know if you're dealing with anybody. It's Aquarius too. They got the one Passion Ignited Ace of Wands card in the center of their reading on their mind. This is in your mind position here. And anyway, that one kind of had a similar thing where there's a person in the middle and there's like this yellow solar plexus color energy, this aura, this circle, this protective energy that's wrapped around them. And that just jumped off at me, so I don't know if you have any dealings with an Aquarius person, but you know, maybe check that reading out if you do. It might have something for you there. In your physical material world, you also got a major. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. this card says the Tower. That card sometimes freaks people out. You know, if you're just looking at the picture, it kind of looks like destruction and an explosion and whoa, shit's happening. It came upside down. I like this card personally. Sometimes people don't like it. I mean, I've had it show up in my life when major things changed, but I've also had it show up when really good stuff was happening, or when I averted a major situation that could have been crappy for me. Like almost getting in a car accident. You know? Or, but not getting in a car accident. You know? This has also been really good sex. Sometimes, you know? This could be like orgasmic, you know? There's a lot of different things that the Tower can mean. But if it represented, let's just say, I'm not imposing this on you, but if it did represent a potential disaster happening in the physical material realm that could shake you up this way, not so bad. It's kind of like skipping it, or it being a lesser intensity, because these cards, the 22 trumps, when they show up, you know, they're significant of the kinds of things that change us, that change our worlds, how we do things, fundamental structures. These can be like gravity, you know? It's like the stuff that has a pull whether or not you want it to. You know, just because I want to fly, and I don't like that people say there's gravity, and science shows me that. I know if I jump off the roof to try to fly, that's going to be a tower upright position. That's a bad situation. Because gravity is going to own my ass, and I might fall on the ground like these two people, right? So that's the kind of energy, might not be the best example, but it's the kind of energy that we're talking about. It's the kind of stuff that determines how we can interact with it, okay? Because it's major. It's like walking up to a hurricane, right? Sometimes, not always, but it can be major like that. When it's like this, you got it like that. The physical material realm. I'm hearing something about a house, and it just didn't like come together. There was something going on with the house. You know, I've also seen this be like a house fire, a shakeup within a family. You know, it doesn't have to be an actual physical home, but like the structure that the family represents, the fabric of that home under turmoil, and this is like perhaps escaping it. I don't know. So apply it how you will with your life, but that's a major influence, and I think it's a good thing though, because what's on your mind is balance. So whatever that was that could have been really major, and perhaps more major than it ends up being, you're like in control of the situation, and you know it. You've got all your tools there, and you feel protected. Something is literally holding it together, even if you feel like it has blown up or could have. And Seeker says that you went looking for it. You worked for that. So you know that even if there's like a crazy situation, stuff out of your control perhaps, in the physical material realm, somehow you got a handle on it. I'm going to read to you what that card says in the book. Alright, here we go, Libra. 11, balance. This card represents a need for balance and harmony with your inner life, as well as with what's surrounding you in the physical world. This denotes that some lifestyle adjustments are required at this time. It could be associated with love, relationships, business, or even your career. balance card is also being shown to make you realize that what you perceive to be happening around you is really an externalization of an inner process or conflict that you may be currently experiencing. That could be a tower. This card will often appear if you work in the legal field or when you're involved in law-related matters. Have faith that justice will triumph as justice and karma go hand in hand. Take only what you've earned and treat people fairly, and don't take advantage of anyone. This is all part of living a balanced karmic life. When determining something, there must be a state of balance, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, so that you can make rational decisions and logical judgments. This is a time to be honest and caring and responsible for the choices that you've made, as well as the ones that will be made in the future. Traditional tarot archetype, justice. Okay, so here's something that I was hearing. They were saying, and I'm just going to jump to physical, romantic / personal. Trust came up, romance angels, we'll get to that. That you should trust that divine justice is at play. Even if you feel like you had to leave something major, maybe your own house, because some fucking bullshit happened. There's something going on with karmic justice, and the thing is, it doesn't always, like, some of this stuff is so nuanced, just laced with nuance. And karma, I could go on a diatribe, I'm not going to do that, but the attachments and the balancing of karma, especially the way I experience it and understand it on more of a holographic, multi-dimensional vantage point, if you will, looking at it that way. It doesn't always happen like how we would expect it to here. And I certainly don't want to patronize anybody by saying, oh, it was meant to be, or, this is your karmic reckoning, or anything like that. I'm not that guy. But there's a but. Whether or not I'm that person, there's something that happens to balance old energies and to neutralize things, because, and that's part of why I love these archetype cards. Every energy is demonstrated with a light and a shadow, because every energy has that. It doesn't make it good or bad necessarily. We can have negative effects on one another when we are operating from like the shadow parts of our ego, and the implications of that over time and over lifetimes, different expressions of your own soul, still have to come back into balance at some point. And so, without getting too much into that, because this is like 10 different rabbit holes I'm talking about right now. Well, maybe not 10, maybe like 3. But without going into that much detail, I can tell you that whatever this was that is showing up, that is sometimes serious, sometimes very serious, sometimes grave, sometimes not, but major enough to show up as a major card. There are only 22 of these in a deck of almost 80. You got one in your physical world. And I was hearing something about a house. I hear somebody leaving something, maybe feeling like they're having to leave something behind in search of something else. The guys are saying, trust. Karmic justice is here for you. There's a certain balance. You are protected. And if you have a karmic justice coming to you above, it is happening here below. And I'm also just going to jump to your last card because it's perfect in flow. This is from Archangel Michael. This is his practical advice to you. There's a prayer attached. It says, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Keep your eyes on your target, seeker. You're going to get there. And even if it feels like a little bit kind of fucky, a little sucky, they say you got a big angel on your side. Okay? I'm going to read what Trust says in the book, and then we're going to pray. So, if you want to see the illustration, because this could also have very much an implication on a romantic situation. It doesn't just have to be about, trusting something else changing in your life. This could very well be about a relationship, or well, you're going to know where to apply this. Whatever it is that's changing here, that has you on this quest, they're saying you can trust it, it's good. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And you got angels all over the place showing up in a big way, telling you to stay focused. So I think it's good for you to trust. And here's what the book says. Alright, Libra. In response to your question, the romance angels ask you to trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading to the beautiful romantic love you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it's leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which in turn attracts positive experiences and people, including your romantic partner. This truly is a situation where with faith all things are possible. That sounds pretty promising, so I'm going to leave you with that, Librans. I think it's going to be great. If you want somebody to pray with you, reach out to me. I'm going to pray for all of us right now. This is for you, Libra. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. Amen. Alright. So if I don't hear from you, check back soon. I'm going to be back with the mid-monthly readings in no time. Alright, take care, Libra. Bye. Okay, just moving my cards here. And I'm going to light a little sage. And we are going to wrap it up with Gemini. How you doing, Gemini? Yeah? Yeah? Good. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're enjoying your summer. Just started. Happy summer. Okay. Alright. Open the cards. Alright. Well, this is interesting. Gemini. Overall, archetypal energy for the month. There's just so much passion in all these readings. I just have to say, I am picking up a lot of fire energy here. Your archetype from Spirit is the Destroyer card. There's been a lot of tower-like transformative energies coming up in all of these readings. Not just the air signs either. It's been some of the other signs too. Maybe it's something to do with the summer, but I think a lot of people are making major changes right now. I think it has a lot to do with these retrogrades that have been going on and just things coming to light, but I'm feeling good about this energy, and I hope that just seeing the word destroyer isn't turning anybody off here, because sometimes these words might carry connotations for us, but let me read you what the light attributes state, because this is awesome. Releasing what is potentially destructive. Preparing for new life. Wow, that's awesome. Shadow attributes. Intoxication with destructive power. Destroying others' dreams or potential. Well, I think you know what side you probably want to be on there. And with that energy there, especially if there's some shadow stuff going on, I do need to make a cautionary note to you, and I'm going to include a calibration on these cards with the prayer that you are operating from your love center. Okay? Operate in love, Gemini, because that will neutralize things so that, you know, if there's anything destructive going on, perhaps from old way or patternings, that you will find yourself just guided to do things in a way that's going to serve your highest good and not interfere with others in a destructive way, because the destroyer doesn't have to be destructive. Okay? They're not necessarily synonymous. I'm going to light a little more sage. Gemini. Just a little sage. Let's see what the book says on this one here. Destroyer. Alright, we have some keywords to keep in mind this month. Attila, mad scientist, serial killer, and spoiler. I went a little negative on these personally, but I'm going to go ahead and read you the bullet points. There's 3. The first one says, impulse to destroy and rebuild is archetypal. The second one says, can be beneficial when releasing that which is limiting us as therapists or spiritual masters who destroy our illusions. I like that one. And the last one here is on Shadow Destroyer. So Shadow Destroyer becomes intoxicated with destructive power and can manifest as a dictator or a nation that destroys other nations, or as people who destroy the environment. And then we also have a tip. It says, look for a pattern within your psyche that destroys relationships or promotes attitudes and opinions that destroy others' dreams or potential. And again, this can also be like what's being directed at you too. This is stuff that you're not necessarily just experiencing within you, but maybe around you, because archetypes are like that. So pay attention. And I think you are. I think you're really lit up, though. I will just, you're completely lit up. You're completely lit up. We've got the Empress showing up in your physical material realm. She's upright. This is... She is quite a lovely archetype as far as spirit and energy go. And just because it appears to be a woman, let's just say here in this card, I'm saying she. Anybody can demonstrate this energy. But not everybody gets to be an empress. You know, she isn't even a queen. You think the queen is bigwig? Well, they answer to her. Yeah. That's right. That's Big Mama right there. And she is like, that's goddess energy in a body. She's a beautiful mom and wife, mother. She's just nurturing, gorgeous, and she's upright. Okay, so this is a very loving, nurturing energy. It's fertile. When these turn 3 like this, sometimes people are getting knocked up. You know, this could be baby coming in. This could be the third entity that is created when passion and new love Ignite. Fuego. Okay. I was burning up when I was shuffling, and I don't know if you caught that, and I'm not saying you gotta watch my boring shuffle, but there was one part where I was sitting here shuffling the decks, and I just turned red, and I was sweating, and I couldn't tell, you know, if it was like visible or not, and then I glanced over here at the screen, and I saw my face was all red, and I was shiny, and I was sweating, and we've got Destroyer that looks like a tower. Aquarius had a tower. Or no, Libra. Libra had the tower reversed, actually. I don't know if you have any Libra dealings, but Libra might be interesting to you too. And you've got this, that's sometimes someone getting pregnant or having a very expressive type of next level thing coming together in a relationship. You've got sacral chakra on the mind, which is like the passionate seat of energy and the substance that makes pregnancies happen between people. And we got new love showing up. You all lit up. It's great. This feels really good. So I was feeling a ton of energy when I just flipped your cards over, as I said. And tons of yellow here too. Past couple days, my guides have been telling me solar plexus. And everybody that I've been working with, you know, has been benefiting very much from solar plexus work right now. And there's a lot of yellow here. That solar plexus chakra is the one that's right above your second or sacral chakra, which is the seat of passion, creativity, all that great stuff. The things that make you want to get up in the morning, do life, you know? And so there's a lot of yellow exuding around from that too. So I'm feeling like chakra balancing. A lot of signs are getting chakra cards this month. And that doesn't always happen. There's only 7 of those in my deck. And that deck has almost 60 cards in it. So this is making a very emphatic point to me for you that you could benefit from some chakra clearing and just working with the things that are going to satisfy and fill that chakra. And if you don't feel like getting pregnant and you're in the kind of relationship that could result in one, pay very close attention right now, because this is often an indication of a very pregnant woman or someone fertile who will be conceiving. Especially if it's like that and like that with that. Gonna read. Sacral chakra. Alright, Gemini. I'm excited for you. This feels good. I feel kind of giddy. So I think some of y'all are just in love. If you are, congratulations. You freaking deserve it. Okay, sacral chakra, key facts. Color, orange. Sound, vom. Element, water. Glands, testes. Ovaries. Keywords, I want. Known as the sacral chakra, the second chakra is located 2 fingers below your navel and relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. To keep this chakra balanced and its energy flowing, try dancing, moving your hips and lower abdomen. Use a color meditation and practice yoga. Express your sexuality and nurture yourself, and remember, you do matter. And I'm also hearing that somebody might be in a situation right now that is a little difficult to navigate because they are actually a third party to a couple and might be being perceived as the destroyer because of the passionate sexual nature that might be part of the new love relationship with the attached party. I'm not the one that judges. I have nothing to judge here. I'm going to tell you now's a good time to laugh. Archangel Michael agrees. So sometimes you can't help it. I mean, people aren't always in love forever. Sometimes things break up. It's not always clean and easy. It wouldn't be as much fun if it was now, would it? So yeah, you might be feeling kind of like, oh, this is fucking hectic. Jesus Christ, in my house, homewrecker or whatever. They're married. I found out they're married. Shit. Really want to have sex with you. Love you much. What can you do? Try to laugh. Okay? Don't judge yourself. If you're operating in love, you're going to be led. You got to ground yourself, especially if it's a difficult situation to negotiate and there are multiple personalities and things that are changing. I think you got this though, and look for levity and try to stay in that heart-centered space, and really working on a healthy sense of ego and taking care of those primal urges, especially if you're not really sure where to put them. And there's like all this going on. Maybe you want to be the one on that throne. Maybe you met somebody you want to marry. Maybe the timing isn't quite there advantageous yet. Focus on your sacral chakra. Get your needs met. Do what you need to do. You know how to do you. And try to keep it light. Okay? Let me read what the deck says on the new love card. And then we're going to wrap it up with a prayer. Oh, and in case you want to see the picture here, new love. A new person, sturdy romantic feelings. And excuse me if I don't gender these according to your specifications. Please fit what works for you. But this one here, I'm going to say she. That one there, dressed like a knight, I'm just going to say he. And there's some angels up here. It looks like somebody's being proposed to. And somebody's also being guided. So, listen to your guidance. Tap into the love in your heart. Give it to yourself first. Love originates within. Give yourself that love. Take care of your needs. And you're going to be able to work this out. And here's what the book says. The romance angels have sent you this card like a Valentine greeting, signaling the introduction of someone new into your love life. Perhaps you've recently met this person and your interest was piqued. This card validates that your connection was mutual and real. It is safe for you to explore it, and the romance angels will guide your actions accordingly. Of course, if you're already in a committed relationship, you'll want to consult your angels and perhaps a counselor or other trusted person to get insight into your feelings. While running into the arms of a suitor may sound passionate, the reality of guilt over the affair will soon weigh heavily upon you. It's better to confront the issues within your present relationship that left your emotional doors open for someone else. This card can also mean that you'll soon meet a new person. In these cases, the romance angels are asking you to keep the faith that love is in your cards. You deserve love, and you're lovable. The angels guide you to be aware, as you never know when your partner will arrive. So, try to keep it light. Have a sense of humor. It's going to be okay. And I'm praying for you. Here we go. Gemini. Thank you for helping me see the humor in the situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I'm willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. Amen. Alright, Gemini, that's what I got for you. Hope you like it. Hope you're having an awesome month. I hope you're in love. I hope you're feeling good. And if you're not, love yourself. The energy is good for you to fall in love with the beautiful soul that you are. I'm going to keep that in my prayers. And if you want a more personal prayer, just hit me up. My information's below. If I don't hear from you, I'll see you in a couple weeks when I'm back for the mid-monthly reading. So take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.